Today I'll be showing you how Gymshark bootstrapped itself from being a no-name company into being one of the biggest sportswear brands in the world, mainly through influencer marketing. What's up guys, Nikita from aspectagency.com, and let's get into the video. The Gymshark you know today is worth billions of dollars. That's right, with a B. The clothing company was recently valued at 1.3 billion. For a company that's less than 9 years old, that's insane how they managed to amass such a valuation and build a cult-like following in such a short period of time. That's not to say that they didn't get any help from a couple influencers here and there. Now, before we get into the unicorn, let's get into how they started as a brand. And Ben Francis was a 19-year-old when he created Gymshark. He was working as a Pizza Hut delivery driver, striving to do something great with his life. Following the footsteps of Silicon Valley, he started out in his mom's garage with a sewing machine, working on tank tops, and that leads to one of the first points that was crucial to Gymshark's success. That is focusing on one thing. Now, Francis lived in the gym culture, and being a gym rat that he is, he fully knew what people wanted. And that was workout gear that was figure flattering, fashionable, and affordable. So the first product that he focused on was lifting tank tops for men, hoodies, and hoodie vests. Since he was in the culture daily, this gave him an extreme edge over knowing what people wanted. Now, after creating his first set of products, like you see here, like this is one of the first tank tops, he took them to a body power event to launch his brand. And after selling out his entire stock, which was around $45,000 at the time, in half an hour, he knew he was really onto something. He realized that the community and culture are the driving forces behind the company's success. So that basically leads to the second point, knowing the culture. And that's him basically here at this body power convo with a bunch of fitness influencers showing up, taking photos. You can even see that initial gym tank in the back, basically spreading the word of Gymshark and helping Ben here sell out. Now, going back to knowing the culture, and this is where it all ties in. At the event, Ben was essentially hyper-targeting his audience with his clothing, since it was nothing but bodybuilders and lifters and people that are overall interested in like aesthetics and going to the gym and lifting. He extrapolated on that idea on a more scalable way, utilizing influencers within the industry and creating Gymshark athletes. These are people and ambassadors for the brand. This is the first time that someone ever utilized ambassadors or people to influence a buying behavior on a platform like Instagram. Gymshark is one of the early adopters of that, and therefore they reap the rewards of utilizing that specific strategy. So since these gym influencers have such high followings, it's like they were showing the product to people within their own community, promoting Gymshark and promoting these specific workout wear. And if you work out like me, you need to wear this clothing, or if you want to be as big as me, you gotta wear Gymshark. And working with some of the biggest influencers in the industry, like Lex Griffin here and Nikki Blackletter. And after the expansion of influencer marketing, they knew they had something on their hands and doubled down on the strategy to the point where they still use Gymshark ambassadors to this day through different channels like TikTok and even YouTube. And now their foundation was built as a brand, and they could focus on expanding to a whole new market, which leads me to the next point, doubling down on what works and pivoting when needed. In the beginning, they started out as a men's gym wear brand. In that niche, you can only get so far in. It's time to think bigger, and Francis knew that. So they decided to introduce a whole new market segment to their brand, a women's line of clothing. Tank tops, shorts, leggings, sweaters, all of that stuff. And here they were transitioning into being a lifestyle brand more so than just a gym brand. They were taking pages out of a pretty big competitor's playbook to expand their brand. And they were using that same exact playbook that they did initially with men, but with women, utilizing influencers within the industry to promote their product, because clearly it was working. All they have to do is just basically replicate it to the other gender. And that big brand that they were slowly turning into was Lululemon, becoming a lifestyle brand that people know for having good quality. Not the most affordable stuff on Lululemon, but the quality is superb, and that's exactly what Gymshark was going for, and having that same sort of brand aesthetic. And clearly, them copying Lululemon's playbook, it's working. Now they're worth over $1 billion. And Gymshark is a non-stop machine that keeps expanding in the gym and lifestyle athleisure wear industries, creating all types of clothing for all types of people that are not only in the gym, but also like athleisure and whatnot. And you can see this similar strategy play out currently with huge brands like Young LA, taking Gymshark's playbook with influencers like Joe Aesthetics. He's a young athlete, basically ambassador. You have Noel Diesel, as well as More Plates, More Dates. You have one guy from Instagram, one guy from TikTok and Instagram Reels, and then one guy from YouTube, all part of the same culture, but representing the brand in their own way. And this is easily the best way to grow a clothing brand, because you're bringing notoriety with these big names, but at the same time, it's a more personal connection, and you're trying to break through the competition with these influencers. Plus, they even have the same selling points like Gymshark. They're high quality, they're fashionable, and they're affordable. I have a few pieces of Young LA myself because they're that good. And I wouldn't be surprised if in a few years, Young LA would be valued at least at a couple $100 million, similar to Gymshark, if they keep up on the same trajectory. Now, in the beginning, Gymshark was just a small brand making maybe $450 a month, and they turned into a unit of a company valued at $1.3 billion. And that's basically the story of how they grew to become such a huge company. Are you a store owner that's looking to decrease their cost per acquisition and increase your revenue? Well, let's hop on a scaling initiative call and see what Aspect can do for you. The link is down in the description below to sign up. With that being said, if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below. Other than that, thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.